Morning guys. On today's video I just want to talk you through the use of the 360-degree camera that is actually fitted as standard to this limited edition 2.0 and some of the other models within the range. And I appreciate some of you guys that have got the previous generation like the Tecna will be already familiar with this, but this is for like newer potential Nissan Leaf owners. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reverse in between two vehicles. The markings on the road aren't particularly great, and this is one of the reasons I've chosen this location, so that it'll actually make it a lot more interesting and you can actually see how good it can actually be. So what I'll do now is I will actually put the vehicle into reverse. As you can see, there's actually a vehicle behind me. I'm actually going to pull into this little space here. You can see a shadow of a vehicle here. Now, these markers, for people who don't actually know, they're basically segmented. So the green is quite far away, the yellow means you're getting close, and the red means you're very, very close to the item vehicle wall you're reversing up to. But I'll get out of the vehicle and show you how close you are actually in relation to items, or in this case it'll be like a grass verge. As you notice, this orange box appears, that shows the actual directions of where your wheels will end up turning into. So for example, with this camera button you can actually cycle through the 3 different modes. So if I press this once, you will lose the like what they call like the bird's eye view, and you can now see my front wheel turning. And if you see that moving in correlation with the orange lines, you'll see this in a moment, which will be a lot more relevant as you reverse in between these vehicles. There is another option, which is the full view behind. So if we go back into the what we call the drone view, I will now start reversing. I may have to go forward a little bit because I think I've actually left it a bit too tight between this car behind, but you'll get the gist of it. So basically that orange line now shows that I'll definitely not be able to make that turn in the slot, because it's not, if the orange line was this side of the vehicle. So what I'll do is I'll demonstrate that now. So if I just go forward a bit, you can see the two vehicles there, so you can kind of get to a position about here. Now if I go back into reverse, you'll see where them orange lines are actually going to take us. So if you see this line here, oops, sorry, my bad, touching it. If you see that orange line now, it will actually show that I'm actually going in between, so which means I can actually definitely make that turn into that slot. It's just another indication. You can still use your wing mirrors and line of sight. It's just an added little functionality. But I'm actually going to reverse this, as you can see with the white lines here, so you know you're in that slot. And if you keep paying attention to that, now where obviously if I've got that full over with the wheel there, it actually means I'd bump in the car, so it shows where you need to cut over, like compensate back towards. See, and then you straighten the wheel up, and when it goes dead straight in parallel to these bars left and right, you know your steering wheel straight if you wasn't paying attention to the steering wheel. Right, now as I back up, see the relation of this yellow bar now. As I get closer, it will get closer to the red bar, and if you look, right, if I stop say here, you can see it looks like I'm very, very close to this line. But just bear in mind that the red line to the back of the vehicle, I'll get out of the car now and just show you, is actually around 2 feet. Obviously if you stay still, look at the front of the vehicle, you can actually see I'm just overhanging the front by a little bit here. Hang on, just let me reverse it up a little bit more. So I'm actually right. Did you see that? That just picked up them two people who just walked in front of the car. That's the parking sensors, by the way. Right, so if I stop it, right, there you go. So the red lines are just over that green, and it's now showing I'm pretty much in. So what I'll do is I'll show you how close I am at the back. Oh, sorry guys, bit of a squeeze. Oh. So as you can clearly see, if that's going to make any sense, where the red lines were over this what I call it, edges of the road, the edges, I'm actually a good, I'd say, 1.5 foot away. So once you get to that red marker, you've still got a little bit of leeway. And obviously, if you see, obviously, correlation to what you just see on the drone view, I'm inside that line. I'm over a little bit over from that side, and let's see, make sure that that is actually correct on the display. So I'm over on the right hand side of the vehicle and not to the left, which is dead right. So you can just about see the faded lines here and how close they were there. So it's very, very good indication. But just bear in mind, like I say, just let me put this in reverse so I get the reverse up. So just bear in mind that when you've on this red marker here, if you're against the wall, you've still got, like I say, about another 18 inches between the back of the bumper, oops, sorry, done it again, back of the bumper and where the wall would be. So as long as you go up to say where the red marker is, you're golden. Anyway, guys, I hope you find that entertaining and useful, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye for now.